This is a letter from foster mom, the original foster mom that I had, Kristen Campbell, and I know that new foster mom has emphasized crying in court that she wants this removed. Stuff removed, so I will remove it eventually once she agrees to send me new pictures and videos of her and do things I've asked, like putting sunscreen on her face and sunglasses and gardening, because she deserves to have fresh fruits and vegetables. I removed my request because I've been trying to get my family to foster her and get her in family placement, so these things are important to me. I am still mom too, but I'm also, in a way, dad. Unless Eric wants to step up and be dad. Okay, this letter says, Miss Young, foster mom was nice and apologized about the bug in the bottle, because at one time that foster mom brought her to a visit, Bree Schoonover had found a cockroach in the bottle floating, and that day baby girl was burning up hot, 104 fever. She showed up screaming, crying, had a really bad diaper rash. Well, she had diaper rash, and she was crying, and rushed to the emergency room and diagnosed with RSV. Like the cockroach in the bottle, in the baby's bottle, coronavirus came out later like a bug, like a cockroach in a bug. It's a little weird. And then the corona bug bottle, the coronavirus, like a corona beer bottle. Anyways, it says January 2020. Ms. Young, Princess doesn't cry unless she's got a dirty diaper or hungry. When I got Princess, it was around 8 a.m., 8 at night. See, I appreciate foster mom writing this, because new foster mom, she never writes me like this. And we used to write each other, and I appreciate that. And everything's usually confidential, like whenever it's between me and foster mom, but this is important. So, when I got Princess, it was around 8 a.m. at night. She came with nothing. I went to the resource center, and they gave me the Brown's glass bottle. Because I was having trouble figuring out what bottle to give her, she didn't want to take a regular bottle. And so I was switching around to figure what she wanted. That was close to the feeling she was breastfed. She is on the nuke bottles, and I have not switched since. I don't know how many babies I've actually taken care of. All I can tell you is that I'm trying to take care of Princess the best I can and try to do what you ask of me. Everything I buy or else on a foster baby, I let the baby or child take with them when they go home. I don't have a diaper bag for her, but when she goes on visits, it's just easier to put backpack on and carry for her in car seat, just my preference. I don't know what else is going on with her bag, but you asked for no spray, hat, mitten, socks, and I have done since day one. She always has diapers, wipes, also has rash medicine and bag as well. As far as pacifier, doctor said it was fine to give her. So that's what we could get her on a schedule, because she would eat all the time at first when I got her. Once again, when I got Princess, she had nothing, and I knew nothing about her, and I know WIC gives Gerber formula, and doctor says she's been doing good on it and has weight gain. There's no need to change. Had I have known, I'd keep her on Similac, because I did want her on Similac, and then I wanted her switched to soy, because my doctor, my pediatrician, agrees that goat's milk is next to mom's milk. And if I had known I had any trace of Hep C left in the system, I wouldn't have breastfed her. But, of course, I may have terminated the pregnancy too. I told them that, and they knew that. And I was going to the Madonna house. The Madonna, through Catholic Charities, and they're against abortions, And I told them I was considering if the baby was in jeopardy to having diseases, because I was told before that Hep C went away, or else I wouldn't have tried to get pregnant. But then I was told again that the risk of Hep C still being there or in my system, since I didn't get retested to see if it was, because there was a trace before. So anyways, it's really stupid, because they told me that it was a false positive. All of them were false positives prior to that. And then after I had the baby and they had told me to breastfeed her, they then mentioned there was a trace still in the system. Okay. I have 5 grown kids who are married, and I have grandkids. Princess around all of them. DHS has done background checks, and she was only left with approved respite. I have had CPR classes, and every time I've taken a baby from hospital, I've done a refresher class in CPR on adults and babies. And that's why I called 911, because I thought she needed maybe CPR. She was having trouble breathing on the 13th, and I called March 13th. I called 911. She was sent to room number 13. Eric Fox's birthday was the next day, March 14th. It's the last time I got to see her in person. 911 hasn't been called to my house. No, 911 hasn't ever been called to my house. That's what foster mom. I had asked her questions and she answered me. She drinks 4 to 6 ounces and she likes her bottles room temp. I use bottled water and I only make 1 bottle at a time. She doesn't drink old bottles. I bathe her every night but only wash her hair every other. I use Rodge, Cambell, and Argan baby wash shampoo and lotion. I had asked her not to use any more of that because I read how little girls can get infections in their little pee holes. And, little girls can get infection down there a lot easier. UTIs and other things, even at a baby's young age. Teenage girls, young girls, because of the perfumes and stuff. And I also, because I knew she was having RSV, trouble breathing and stuff, I had asked her not to use the African soap because it's really strong with perfume. It has frankincense and myrrh in it. I love the African stuff. I love it myself. I love the cocoa lotion. I love a lot of the pink spray stuff. And I actually bought some African hair conditioner for a baby girl, and I'm going to bring it with her gifts. And I've got a whole bunch. Man, I've got like a storage full of thousands of dollars in baby stuff I had bought her, but I was just in shock, and then I didn't know where to send it to. So we're just going to save it for the next baby. But this other stuff we want to give her, like her Power Wheels and stuff, okay. But yeah, I wasn't being prejudiced. Trust me, I married an African-American girl in school at a play wedding. We were actually best friends. We met in 2nd grade. Antoinette Latrice Gilreath and me. And we never had a legal divorce, but I ended up really marrying. I mean, it was just a play wedding, but we signed papers, we exchanged rings, and she was my best friend, and we were straight A students in school. And she actually works for DHS, where she used to work for DHS until her daddy went to prison and died, and then I think they might have closed the DHS daycare down they ran. But anyways, I ended up marrying a guy named Dwayne, and her daddy's name was Wayne, and he died. But anyways, this is the rest of the letter. I don't have roaches, and if I did, I would have an exterminator spray for me. I would like to think I live and have a very clean house. When I got Princess, once again, I tell you, I went the very next day to Resource Center, got bottles and formula. Once she said there was a bug in bottle, I went and bought her all new bottles, formula, and threw the other stuff away. I spent $384 and sent receipt to caseworker. I have taken baby to doctor every time you have addressed a concern, or I felt she was under weather, and have told caseworker. Her cough has been addressed by doctor. She said it would go away, but I can't give her any meds because she's too young, he said. As far as cornstarch, that's what I use on my kids. I told her not to use that baby powder because I heard people can get cancer, especially women. I tell you, I think I started using it just to see what it would feel like, that baby powder, and it irritated me. So I'm glad I told foster mom not to use any more of that. But she wrote me here, and it made me feel better. So I think that's why she had bad diaper rash, because she wasn't using nothing on her. Because I told her I didn't want her. See, she's the opposite of molester. The original foster mom is not a molester, and I'm sorry, but she didn't want to touch the baby girl at all. I'm not laughing to be mean, but she didn't put that cream on her because she liked to use cornstarch powder. I asked her not to use it, so she didn't use it. And she wasn't touching the baby with any cream on her or nothing. And that's why she had to die of diaper rash, because she's not a child molester. Well, that's one theory. Of course, I wish she would have put the cream on her. I sure put the cream on her, and I sure wiped her with baby wipes every time she had poop or pee-pee. I sure wiped the crevices real good, and I'd put that cream on her to prevent it, But I don't think the daycare did it either, but I sure did. I have taken baby to doctor every time. Okay, that's what she said. Just too young to give her medicine. As far as the cornstarch, that's what I used on my kids. But day one, you said no. And I bought diaper cream that day, and it's been in her bag. She said it stayed in her bag because she didn't want to use diaper rash cream on her because she don't like diaper rash cream, or she's not a molester, or not comfortable. I don't know the reason why, but she should have put diaper rash cream on her. Anyways, that's in the past. Not going to sue over diaper rash. I tell you, I thought about suing that nursing home over my grandma. She had real bad diaper rash, and I didn't know that. She had surgery, my mother, the one that baby reminded me of, my own foster mom. And she was in the Rolling Hills foster home, and just like her legs were just bubbling like acidity after her surgery. And they said the medicine caused that. Foster mom said baby was too young to have medicine. Well, anyways, my grandma had surgery at St. Francis, the same place I last seen baby girl. My grandma, my foster mom, the one that looked like her, I said when I held her in my arms, and her eyes looked just like my foster mom. Well, she died not too long ago before I got pregnant with baby girl, and when she came out, she looked just like her. Oh, I loved her so much. But yeah, she was at that nursing home, my foster mom, and they said it's her medicine closet. Her legs were just bubbling like acid, her thighs, and I had to change her pee bag. It was just spilling, just completely full, and she was complaining, and I was begging someone to come help her. So I literally took out her pee bag and squirted it, tried to empty it and reattach it because nobody else would help. And I went and bought her some diaper rash cream at Walgreens, and I got her some Aleve. She asked me to get her some Aleve medicine, so I did that. And anyways, let's go back to baby girl. Okay. Along with the wipes, I didn't cancel her doctor at OU. I don't know who did. I took her to my kid's doctor because it's close and I'm very comfortable with him. And he's a good doctor. My grandmother goes to that doctor, Jinx Physicians, But I like Dr. Carl Fanstill. That's a doctor I'd go to. I only take her temperature when I feel it's needed. Doctor says she's too young and that Tylenol can start being given when she's old enough to get her shots. As far as being at hot the other day, you called in on me for me not having a hat, mitt, and socks, so I sure did. She has it all when she visits you. Maybe she was warm from that. I really don't know, but I'm trying really hard to do it. You'll ask me in taking care of Princess. Not all babies are the same. And I'm trying to help her till she comes home to you. Aw, see, she wanted her to come home to me. See right there? Till she comes home. And I'm gladly make a copy of this letter, and only this letter, not any others or anything else, to a new foster mom. And I want to tell her I'm sorry for what I posted, but I kind of freaked at court, and since she accused me of accusing her, I went ahead and posted some stuff. And since she accused me of accusing her, I made up an email of it too. And I'm sorry, but I was just pointing out the things that I could have pointed out if I was accusing her. Anyways, there's more and more, but I'm not going to read anymore because that's it. And I'm sorry, but I really did want to like her. Despite the bug incident, I wanted to think, okay, Choctaw told me to drop it, so I was going to drop it, and then I said I'm not going to drop it. I do want to drop it because I do want a relationship with foster mom, and I like old foster mom. And what if she doesn't get adopted? I don't want to hate or be hated on. Like DHS said, we don't want anybody getting hurt. We just sometimes get hurt our feelings ourselves, and we just want to come to an agreement and what's best for the baby. And I don't see why foster mom can't put sunglasses on her, can't quit taking her to the restaurant so much, with this virus going around. That's all. I think I can understand her wanting to buy prepared meals. They have that at the grocery store. It's a little bit safer. Well, maybe the restaurants are safer. I don't know. But I would want more healthier, like fresh fruits and vegetables, and a garden.